everybody. Whoa, that was really loud on the mic. Welcome to 60-minute access of Madden NFL 19. I am Bronson Fiore, joined by Brandon Smith.
Hey, everybody. I know what's happening.
You know all about sports.
I'm the biggest sports fan out there, sports fans.
How much do you actually know about the game of football?
How much? I know there's a ball, and you foot it. Is it called football because you run?
Yeah, sure.
Is it called football because the football
Anyway, I'm
going
to explain each of these modes. We're going to go through them and then, get
I'm going to pretend to understand what's happening here. I partake not of the sports. I don't even really watch esports.
Okay, well, so
I watch fighting game esports. I've seen a couple of cool Overwatch matches, and I don't play that game. So
exhibition speaks for itself. Head-to-head play online, or
sure, speaks for itself.
Play just one-on-one, online or in person. Ultimate Team is kind of like this collectible card game meets football type thing.
So it's like a mobile game,
kind of.
All right.
So you do still play like football with it, but instead of like having the team's real roster or like,
it's like Fantasy League.
Yeah, kind of. Very similar. Okay.
I actually just finally realized what fantasy football is actually all about.
Okay.
Maybe a couple weeks ago when my coworkers were talking about it because they were starting their own fantasy league.
Okay.
And I didn't realize it was a gambling thing.
No, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but it kind of is.
We've done. I've been in fantasy leagues that don't have.
They don't have real money, but it's still kind of gambling.
Yeah, kind of. So,
I just didn't know. I don't know who any of these guys are.
Oh, so they're different players from different teams.
I got that. I know. I think I know Zach Brown.
So let's see. So I get to pick one of these.
His first name is Glover?
Yep, Glover Quinn.
All right.
So I'm gonna say I want a really good.
This is fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Gotta. No,
This is just a fucking mobile phone gotcha game.
Kinda.
Like fake Grand Order. Way to make everything anime. Can we get like a football dating sim?
Okay, so you get packs.
Oh, this is the worst episode. I said before we started recording this was either going to be the worst episode featuring me or the best. So far, it is trending towards the worst.
So I need to explain what this mode is, though.
Okay.
What it is you get cards which represent players that you get on your team.
Right.
And you start out with kind of a shit tier team, so you can only do easy mode stuff. Or
right, of course.
Or like
bronze level.
Yeah, and then
and a purple.
Yeah, and you'll get packs, and that way you can slowly get better players and whatnot. So we're gonna generate our best lineup.
This is a lot like this mobile game that I play. It's an idle game though, but it's kind of the same exact concept.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just build a band based on the players that you draw. That's exactly like that, except that it's a rhythm game.
Okay, yeah.
Which I guess a sports game kind of is too.
Yeah, kind of. So, and then you take those, and you can trade certain cards for better cards and whatnot, and get packs. And then there are solo challenges, solo battles, and then or you can go online and do a full season or just one-on-ones. So we're not going to play any of that because we don't one, I'm terrible at that mode, and I actually kind of dislike it. And two, it's doesn't really have any changes from the previous year. So we're going to continue my franchise mode. What franchise mode is you choose to be a coach, a player, or an owner, or a coach and an owner, and you kind of just run the team week to week. And you try and get them to the Super Bowl and whatnot. You scout college players.
Is that you? Is that meant to be you?
Yep.
Oh, did you make that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's as close as I get to me.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I chose to be a coach / GM.
I could tell it was you.
Yeah,
does that help?
Yeah, that does help.
Yeah.
So And you scout players, you do the weekly training prep, you play the game like from a coach's perspective, and then...
Are you a Broncos fan?
I am a Broncos fan.
Oh, okay.
Hence why that Broncos jersey is right in my corner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm attentive, guys.
So
We were having this discussion. Never mind. That's not the episode to do this on. Carry on.
So most of the changes in the franchise mode are all about scheme stuff. So if there's something about football that's very common is like teams run different styles of offenses and defenses.
Right.
And you want to get players that fit your scheme the best. So like for example, I run a West Coast power run style offense and a multiple 3-4 defense. So that'll tell you how much of your roster fits the scheme you're doing. So like
yours seems to fit pretty well.
Yeah, my defense is kind of a lot better than that though.
Yeah.
So and the more they fit your scheme.
Wait, so do you select the scheme or does it just kind of auto-generate the scheme based on your roster?
No, you pick the scheme you want, and it'll change the. It'll tell you how close your stuff is to fit.
And the schemes have what, different play strategies?
Yeah, so like it says West Coast power run creates weaknesses stretching out horizontally with short passing.
Yeah.
The halfbacks then attack those weaknesses.
But I'm not gonna lie, your coach, that's your coach, right?
Yeah.
That guy looks hella stressed.
Let me tell you this, every NFL coach looks hella stressed.
I know, but your guy looks like he is fucking 2 steps away from just making some very bad decisions very publicly.
So you pick a scheme,
or just buying a new team.
So you pick a scheme depending on how the kind of type of stuff you have to run. You like to run. So I don't know, I like to run West Coast power run.
Watching your guy pace in the background is making this a lot funnier for me.
So different offenses will
right.
make certain. So if you have a player that fits the scheme, that means they'll play even better for you.
Right.
Versus my players would probably get the most out of this scheme, one of those two.
Right, but you don't want to do that one.
Versus this one where
you ain't get shit.
Yeah, and then on the defensive side of things, I'm almost perfect, and if I have a good enough, so if I go out and trade or draft a left outside linebacker that's really good, that at power rushing it'll be 100% fit.
So how much of this is actually playing the game versus just creating a roster?
About half, because you take this into games and it makes it depending on how good you've been at prep and all that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, the guy that you have highlighted right now looks kind of like Chris Pratt on Parks and Rec. But anyway, I could see it affecting the stats.
So it affects the stats, and obviously better stats will give you easier
last
characters
name
to
is
work
Butt.
This is the best episode.
This is the worst.
So, and one thing they added this year is new specialist packages. So in football they have something known as a slot corner, for example. And in the NFL, but up until this year in Madden, they never had a slot corner. So your third corner was just always your third corner, your fourth corner was always your fourth. So now you can say, okay, on this situation, I want this guy to play that position instead.
Right.
And that adds more to the strategy of it and whatnot. That's a big change here. And then same thing with all the other sub packages there, and yeah. So there's. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering, how many of these players. Okay, you guys have to bear with me if I sound really fucking stupid in this episode, because I literally have no idea what any of this shit means. I'm this would be if I fucking took Bronson to a current meta Yu-Gi-Oh game. He would be okay, I know the rules. But what the fuck is that? It'd be
all right, ask your question. Go, shoot.
First of all, I gotta wonder, how many of these guys' life achievement goal is to get into a Madden game? That's gotta be, right?
I mean, that means you made it in the NFL and made a team, so yeah, probably.
Yeah. But I mean, also, how many of these guys do you think are, proud of their, Madden headshot? Because I'm looking at these and like...
So they actually don't take these from Madden.
They're just like the character models, right?
No, these are just pictures that you have to take when you join the NFL, so they can use it for depth charts and stuff.
That sucks.
So yeah, that's...
These guys are typically not bad-looking dudes, but these are not very flattering.
These are not flattered pictures.
No. Half of these look like mugshots photoshopped on the same jersey. Look at that.
That guy is the star player of the Broncos.
He looks like it.
He also
looks like his mom is very proud of him.
He also
I don't know anything about these players. Guys.
He also farms chickens.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's kind of badass.
He's a cool dude, actually.
That's kind of badass.
Like he
props to V Miller.
He's a super fucking...
Is that his name?
Yeah, Von Miller.
Is that Sugar Ray?
That is Shane Ray.
Shane Ray. Disappointing.
Bradley Chubb. Todd Davis. Brand Marshall.
That's not real.
That is his real name. Hold on, I'll click on it.
That's not real.
Bradley Chubb. He was their first-round draft pick this year.
Woof. How many of them do you think look at their like Madden character mod? Do any of them play these games?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know hella people play Madden. Yeah. Obviously, like it's still
like,
going.
It's like one of the best-selling games every year.
It's like the longest-running video game franchise probably since like Super Mario.
Yeah, it's like one of for sure. Like,
yeah,
it's been going since the '80s.
Like I was saying to Bronson before this episode started recording, I think I fucking played a football game on the SNES, and I'm not sure if Madden has been around since then.
Oh yeah, totally. It was big on the Genesis.
Then it was probably a Madden game on the Genesis.
So
I was a Genesis kid, but like I know the basic rules of football, but I don't know anything about the plays. I don't know anything about like deadass. Like it would be like if I took Bronson to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament now, he'd be like, I played this back when it was new. But I don't know what the fuck that thing is.
So I'm gonna do a quick little bit of the
The game? So are we gonna see a game?
We'll see training. So you can train your roster for the week to make you better in the game and give your players. It has RPG elements.
No.
So you can get like
you don't say.
You can get experience to make players like better every week.
Cool.
So we'll do.
Crabtree. Bronson's gonna lose his fucking patience with me in this episode.
We'll show this off, and we'll do a little bit of the story mode stuff.
No, there's a story. There's a story mode. Is it a campaign? Is that what it's called?
No, it's called The Long Shot. So the first ever story mode was in Madden last year, and it was about like a guy who like was really good in college, and like decided not to go in the pros.
It'd be kind of ballsy if they made one of these games about the whole like fucking national anthem thing. That was Kaepernick, right?
Yeah, cover one. So yeah, it tells you the basics of cover one and how to
I know a football player. I know about Deflategate.
What was Deflategate?
That was the Patriots were accused of cheating at the Super Bowl, right?
The AFC Championship.
The AFC Championship, and they were accused of deflating balls.
Yep.
To make it easier to pass, right?
Yeah, to catch in the snow and whatnot.
So there's a coworker I have who's like the only Patriots fan at the entire factory. Everybody else shits on the Patriots, and he's like, they're the best team. They're gonna make the playoffs.
I mean, he's not wrong. They are a good team, but
yeah, but everybody. So
fuck anyone who is a Patriots fan, straight up.
I don't know anything about the Patriots. I just know that they're known now for cheating.
Yep, that's also true. There's only been one time where they've been caught, but there have been multiple accusations against them.
Right. So that's my thing. Is like I just like making fun of him for like he like does this thing where like when we're like slow, he'll like mime like passing a football, and then I'll always mind catching it and like being like, feels a little flat, just to like fuck with them. Cause I don't watch this shit. I don't have a team.
I mean, if you want, I can introduce you to it. I watch it every Sunday.
No, that's okay.
Oh, wait, you work Sundays, right?
Yeah, I work Sundays, and also I don't. Yeah. I'm not gonna get into this. I've tried.
You'd be surprised, man.
It's not everybody's thing.
We got Ray into fantasy football.
I can see why you'd be into fantasy football.
He got second place in our league one year.
I could see why he would be into it. I like strategy. I like that football's a lot of strategy. But I also just am not patient enough to watch a game.
That's fair.
It's like with esports, like a lot of I'll watch fighting game matches because it's like, okay, so like with actual sports, I'm much more interested in like boxing and MMA. Like I'll watch the fuck out of a fight, but an actual esport, I'm like, or an actual sport, I'm just like, not that boxing isn't an actual sport, but I mean like a ball game.
Yeah, like basketball. Football.
I used to play baseball.
Same.
My mom is super into baseball, so I know a lot about that stuff.
I'll bring in MLB The Show one year.
Or we could play Mario Baseball. Mario Strikers, right?
Sluggers, I think.
Sluggers.
On the Wii? Yeah, so I earned silver. So we'll take that and...
Sick. That's pretty sick.
I'm going to skip this drill, though.
So what do you do to play?
So you pick the plays during the game, and then you just run the plays. Like you play as the quarter, whoever has the ball, basically.
And you tap A or X or whatever.
Yeah, to throw it, and you use the stick to do different types of moves.
Okay.
So
it is like a rhythm game.
Kind of. Yeah. And then...
Like DDR?
Yeah, sure. What about that?
No, I didn't say it's like DDR. I said I like DDR.
Oh, I thought you said...
I like rhythm games a lot.
I do too. But
you
yeah,
should play this rhythm game I'm playing on the phone. It's an idle game. You'll have a waifu.
Alright, so we'll do new game.
Are there football waifus?
Okay, we're just...
This is...
I guess there's football husbandos.
Football daddies.
Oh my god, are they actually doing this?
And a year ago, I would have said Wade's got a shot at a decent NFL career.
This sucks.
Wow, they are continuing the story mode of that, like... So the last game...
Is this a real show? Like IRL?
Not like... It's not titled
that. They all
that.
have the Microsoft Surface? What?
So it's not titled that, but this is an actual football podcast, yes.
Am I expected to listen to this?
I mean, I am, but you don't have to. So what happened in the last, like, I guess, game... This is so
There
weird.
are actual football nerds, huh?
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is like the most like outside looking in shit that I've ever seen. This would be me on like a fucking movie podcast or like a DC podcast or some shit.
It's really weird.
If you, me, and Ray had a Dragon Ball podcast, which we need, this would be what it would look like.
Oh wow. Wow.
Are they yelling at him? Because of his favorite player? Because of his football waifu? They're like, your football waifu is trash, bro.
Oh god.
Don't ever record one of these with me. It's like the worst decision you could make.
Well, we got a review copy and I need someone to do it with, so...
Alright. I mean, I'll always do these with you if this isn't too annoying. Like, this is an obnoxious episode.
So...
You can't skip this, can you?
No. So
wow.
So they're talking about... So I'm going to fucking try and fill you in at least a little bit.
Alright.
So the last...
I mean, you have been. It's working.
Yeah, the last game, the last story mode,
yeah.
You played as this guy who, like, was a big college star, but then he got, like, hurt with the military, and then, like, went to this thing known as the NFL Combine, where, like, people can come and, like, show off for scouts and, like... You know,
right?
Like, see if anybody wants them, and then you go through the process of like getting drafted or like stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a lot. This particular mode is kind of like a Telltale game, but like a sports story.
Huh.
Yeah. So.
Colt Cruise.
Yeah. So, like, that was the end of...
Scott Porter. He was in the Speed Racer movie.
Yeah, he's in this, too.
He was he was Rex Racer. He was Speed Racer's older brother. It was a good movie.
I like Speed Racer. It was good.
They have a PS2 game of that. We should let's play it. It's a lot like F-Zero. But with martial arts mechanics.
What?
It's funny.
Okay.
It's a good game. Honestly. Everything about that movie was dope. I got Hot Wheels of that. Anyway.
So...
Do they ever have, like, celebrity guest characters that aren't football players?
Or,
like... Because I know in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, they had Spider-Man in one, and Shrek in another one.
Like,
I think. Wasn't Shrek in one?
I don't remember, but, like...
I know Spider-Man was in one.
What was I going to say? Apparently Tom Brady's in this.
Wasn't he like the face of the cheaters?
Yeah, he's like the face of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, coach. All right, listen. We're going green, right, strong. Slot spider.
So apparently you're like trying to actually stay on an NFL team now.
All right.
So that's apparently the whole
That's the
shtick.
plot of this one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, here we go, guys. All right, we're gonna go.
In before he gets kicked off the team and then has to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Take their time. No, I got it.
Seen a lot of football movies.
Have you seen Rudy?
Yes.
I love that movie.
The best thing to come out of Rudy was the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode that it was kind of based on.
Whatever football.
Or that was kind of based on it.
What other football movies have you seen? I'm curious.
Nope, that's a basketball movie.
Hold on, I'll see if we can. There we go.
You know what? Seen The Longest Yard?
That's a great movie.
That is a great movie. I don't really consider that as much a football movie as I do comedy.
All right, here we go. Check
Remember the Titans?
Yeah, I mean everybody's seen that.
There you go.
XD cross. Pass XD cross. On two.
A lot of them I'm thinking of are basketball movies. Now that I'm thinking about it, Space Jam. It's a basketball movie. Basketball seems fun.
I was never a big basketball fan, but like,
I feel like a lot of people would look at me and think that I would be good at basketball, but I'm honestly garbage at every sport.
I was shit.
I could learn how to box.
I was always really good at contact sports.
Baseball was apparently something that as a child I was good at, but I developed into an awkward teen/adult with panic attacks and anxiety.
So in this particular mode, you only play as the quarterback.
Interesting.
Ooh. Yeah, so you kind of just, once you hand the ball off, they kind of just have to handle it.
How do you know that you've won?
In this, like, you just progress the story when we get to that point. What the fuck? Why are you... Okay, sure. Why not? Shit!
Did you get that? Or was the contact the thing that ruined that? Oh!
Wait, do they count?
Did it? Looks like it did.
Cool. Alright.
He was like, these fucking idiots. I'm over here like...
Play was that? Pass 94 bunch, and I had the X solid cross. We went over this in OTAs already. How you ever gonna beat a real NFL defense? You don't even know what play we're running.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Like, even in high school, like, I remember, like, if you'd forget a play, they'd fuck your shit up. Real bad.
You lasted longer than me on long shot, but it's real football now, bud.
You keep telling me.
Yeah, I would be garbage at this fucking game. Not Madden, I mean like football in general.
It's a lot of shit to remember. Like, I remember,
Yeah.
like, by the end of the season, like, our playbook on defense was, like, this thick. Like,
Is this douchebag playing fucking guitar?
yeah.
Oh, hey, man. No more spots tonight. Why don't you try back next week, though?
This is the douchiest thing I've ever seen. This is fucking Archie Andrews. I don't know, man.
Every time.
So, yeah, he's, like, kind of your best friend who, like, helped you train for the NFL.
Oh.
And, like, all...
Beat the Bengals.
You have one new message.
Yeah, Cole. Joe King over the Cincinnati Bengals. We all appreciate
Oh.
many calls and voicemails. And yeah, we had a chance to entertain you. Right now, we just don't have a place for you. Just keep working.
Ray and I actually really liked this mode last year.
Yeah.
This is actually one week I definitely would have liked to have Ray on, because Ray is a sports fan.
Yeah. He made this episode better.
I know that back when we had John Macaluso on staff, he was like always my favorite person to do these kind of episodes with.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, he's a big sports boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see why this would be like.
I mean, this is basically just a sports movie.
Yeah,
I didn't call that much.
sports movies are cool. I like sports movies. For the same reason I like music. I know more about music than I do about sports, granted. But I don't feel like you have to know anything about sports to like watch a sports movie.
No, for sure. Like, most of them aren't really about.
I can follow the story of this.
Must be nice.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Oh, come on.
I will say, like, if you didn't play last year's version, this is a little bit hard to pick up on.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting it.
You know what I was doing before?
But I've also seen every
Buying
meme.
groceries in Addison,
So
Alabama.
I'm very. I can pick up on plots. It's not hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a lot of this story.
I know the crowds ain't always the biggest. Sometimes they're downright mean.
We're already at almost 30 minutes.
I miss my daughter. Like crazy.
Football's a complicated game, man.
It is, yeah. No, I'm not. I don't want to take away from anybody's experiences with football. Like that is a tough sport, and I would be garbage at it. And I have mad respect for anybody who can like. The like stereotype is that football players are dumb.
I always fucking hated that stereotype because it's just like
There's so much more to. It's like that's like Street Fighter. Street Fighter's hard.
Yeah, like
football's hard.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't dare call someone dumb for being able to do something I couldn't do. That sounds stupid.
Yeah,
that sounds ignorant.
I will say that like, out of all the sports I did, football's actually not the hardest.
Probably not, but I mean, well,
like,
but it's still
physically, I should say.
Yeah, it's still a lot of plays to remember, and you have to have the physicality on top of that. Like, obviously, you don't have to be like shredded and like ripped, but you have to be like a certain weight class and
probably be
like
that goes without saying for most sports, but.
I actually, one of the guys I played against in high school actually was on the last Patriots team who won the Super Bowl.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
In high school, he was a fucking monster.
Right.
He played for McQueen. I remember having to block him and just like go at my quarterback and be like,
maybe next week.
I'm gonna try.
Right.
But
no promises here.
Yeah. Like,
don't get your fucking hopes up, boy.
I'm just saying, he's coming from your blind side. Be ready.
Right.
And break a leg.
So.
Cool. No, I got nothing but respect for people who like condition themselves and are so passionate about their sport. It's the same as anybody who has any passion for it. I had a friend who was like, I remember he like it really pissed me off one time because he was like, I just don't get why people like football. I just don't see why people enjoy it. It doesn't make any sense to me because it's so lame. And I'm like, well, they also probably don't get why you like horror movies so much and why you're like so into, you know, fucking heavy metal.
Do I know this, Fred?
You absolutely do. It's probably the first person you're thinking of. But I remember like we had an argument about it because I was like, well, there's like a million different reasons why they like it. It's the same reason why anybody likes anything.
You filming this?
You know?
Right now? Because this here is some of the most cliche crap I've ever seen in my life. Son gets a little success and his dad be dad who he's never even met before shows up out of the blue. Wow, well, I got some news for you, sir. I'm broke. Yeah, I spent all my money out here trying to play gigs. Don't even know if I got enough money to get me home, so...
Well, that is a shame. All I'm asking is 10 minutes of your time.
That face was perfect. Look at that. I love that. That was like a menacing grimace.
10 minutes. Then you won't ever see me again.
This guy's face is perfect.
I'll give you 5.
He was really good in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a show that I watched. That was football related.
I watched the movie.
It was a good movie.
Seen the movie, yeah. I haven't seen the show. Oh, Blue Mountain State.
That's a really good show. I love
That's
that
a fucking fantastic show.
Okay.
Not really about football. It surrounds football, but it's more about partying and drugs.
Today, but they ain't stopping us tonight.
Oh.
Whoa.
Not a flattering angle.
Let's see, get some reps, master all the past tips, and call it a night.
Yo. Okay, so why does the screen reset every single time you make a pass like that?
Because this is just practice. So like you just reset to the same part of the field.
Okay.
Let's see, don't tell the
Does it do that in an actual game?
No. It like
I was gonna say that would get kind of
like it goes down the field further, like progresses the ball. Like
so I know there's a local multiplayer on a lot of these games.
How
does that look?
Same as single player. It's just that you're playing the opposite side of the field.
No.
Like,
does it like switch depending on whose turn it is or whatever?
Yeah, I'll give you a look at it.
I'm in Dallas.
Shit.
Whoa. I'm in Dallas.
Big cash.
Hey, Devin and Tito practicing right now. 2 o'clock.
Hold up.
What's happening with the audio here?
I mean, they're just like, what the fuck? Why'd he stop?
Bad form, Peter.
Woo! Fucking Tito.
So can you be good at these games?
Yeah, absolutely. There's like championships for this and everything.
Wow. It's a sport and an esport.
I used to be top 3% in the world at this game, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's cool.
I went to my first E3. I played one of the developers and beat him 34-0.
Right.
So
I did not mean for that to come across as condescending as it sounded. By the way, can you be good at this game? Like I just meant like what's the like?
So we'll. Oh well. Okay, it's still living.
It's on.
A guy just walked in.
He's kind of doofy looking. He's got a
I'll say.
head like a squished up pumpkin.
Looks like me, except not so handsome.
Doesn't look like you at all.
I imagine he looks a little lost. Do you see him?
Yeah, I see him.
Well, tell him to sit down.
Excuse me. Sit down, I guess.
Me?
Cole! Cole, sit down!
Of course.
There you are. I want the two of you to meet.
Where the heck are you?
I'll get to that part. But first off, Lo, this is your half-brother Cole.
Wait, I'm adopted?
No, this is your half-sister, Loretta.
What?
I want to pause for a moment so you can figure that out.
Fucking rude.
Okay, so some good news, and I think you're both gonna be real happy.
Yeah, fat chance.
Here we go.
This just in.
I booked a tour. 30 cities over.
4 months. Opening for the Open.
I'm on the poster and everything. It's kind of a big deal, guys, and I'm not hearing a lot of reaction.
Well, what does that mean for me?
Which brings me to the best part of this situation. You are gonna stay with your brother.
What?
This guy is
What?
overly
Why can't I just
enthusiastic
come
about.
with you?
Now, from my vantage, this is an ideal situation. Gives you two some time to spend quality time together, really get to know each other.
This is crazy.
Why can't I come?
What'd you say? My call's breaking up over here.
We can hear you just fine.
What'd you say? I'll call you.
Wow. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, this guy's a. I want to believe that this cafe is called
He's gone.
JoJo's Bizarre Cafe.
You know what you want?
I just need a minute to process all this, okay?
Okay, not that complicated. Could you just give us a minute, please?
Yeah, see this mode.
Sorry.
I think you'd probably dig this mode.
Yeah, it's not bad. Honestly, I'd probably dig the game. I just don't know anything about football.
Yeah, you'd probably have to learn it.
I like strategy games. I know football, even like IRL, is a strategy game.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I'm your roommate now.
Sorry, you fucking have to move in with me for a while. An extended period of time that neither of us wants to do.
We'll be
so
rotating
we're
all
training
four
that.
quarterbacks tonight. I'm in charge of you two. Execute
Oh.
exactly what I say you play. You don't? No reps? That's right. We level.
It kind of sucks that you didn't get to pick, like, you didn't get to continue with your team that you got drafted by in the previous mode. Like,
damn, you got laid out.
Also, it's weird that like you're on the Cowboys because they have a really good quarterback already.
Cowboys must have bought into this game a little bit or something.
Either that or they just chose the Cowboys because they're like popular. Because their nickname is America's team.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck.
Wow. You're getting stomped, dude. I guess. I'm assuming.
Not really. Ah, fuck. I fucked that up. Still progressing down the field, though.
So your goal is just to get to that little spot.
To get to the end, I guess. Alright,
and you got this, right?
What the fuck? Why'd I tuck it and run? Oh shit. Okay, considering how bad of a fuck up that was, I'll take it. And we scored.
How many points to win? Or is it just until the game's over?
Just until the game's over. Football's a time game. So it's whoever scores more in an hour.
Oh.
You know, football games take so long, those, because like, they allow time to take plays, and like,
right.
There's a break between each quarter. Then an extended break after 2 quarters.
So they start the timer after the whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow, my name is Smith, too.
Alright, here we go, fellas. Eyes on me. Okay. Let's go. Ace trips right. Flex, stretch right.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta toss that thing up. Make a name for yourself, baby. What?
Oh, yeah.
Making this team,
right.
We handing it off. Come on, let the thing fly.
Alright, hey guys, here we go. I'm gonna check alert.
I hate that they like took away the. So in the last year, they had like telltale like decisions that kind of affected your story. So okay, fuck it. We're going deep.
Why'd they double back on that?
I'm not sure. Probably because it was easier to do this.
You covered a lot of ground there.
Yep. You just kind of want to get first downs. You don't necessarily need to always go for the big play.
Right.
Though it's fun too.
Hey, good call, long shot. I stay with Earl Coates if I was you.
Don't piss off your coach. You learned that in like Pop Warner.
You gotta earn these guys' respect before they listen to anything coming out your mouth. But I don't think you're ready for it. But we gotta make a decision between you and Smitty. You'll be playing a couple of drives tomorrow night, but a repeat of the day, and you're gone.
Hey, Devin Wade, can I get your autograph?
Huh? Yeah, of course. What's your name, man?
Connor.
Connor. Big Connor. Thanks for coming out, man.
Cool.
Oh, kid, don't let Camp Arm ride on your stuff.
Cool.
Wow.
What a
You know,
dick.
signature's gonna be worthless in about a week. Now,
Camp Arm. Wow. That's a real fucking rough insult in the NFL.
Devin.
Well, Camp.
I could tell that guy was a fucking dickhead.
We'll do it.
Yeah, what a camp arm is that's when they bring you into training camp to just, like,
yeah,
be a practice guy.
This thing's old school. Sorry.
Damn.
Do have a Twitter, though. It's Colton Cruz 81. Got at least 200-something followers. You on that? Social media? Some Twitter or Facebook or anything?
This reminds me of the ranch.
Tumblr.
But like,
The fact that she's just like Tumblr, purple hair. Just...
right.
Alright. But, yeah, fan site, you can, like...
Neat.
Yeah. Yep.
Woo.
Yeah. So we'll show an actual exhibition to close it out.
That's a cool... It's cool that they have these story modes now.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like this thing to, like, cause...
more of a game?
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't ever a game, but, like, now it's got, like, a fucking plot line to follow. Which I know, like, the NFL actually does, too. Like, if you look at it like that, like, a lot of these players have, like, stories, as it were.
What's a team you like?
I don't know.
What's a team someone you know likes?
Patriots.
Any others?
That's good. You can do the 49ers.
Yeah, that's the local. So you can choose how difficult you want to make it. We're just going to go medium. I like advanced play call, so you can go advanced settings, so you can pick your playbook if you win the coin toss to receive or not.
Is all of this like kind of like average for?
Yeah, this is all pretty normal stuff. So the big upgrades this year is that scheme thing I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
And then like they made updates to like the engine to make it more realistic and play more like real football.
Right.
So I have access to all the different jerseys for different teams. So like you want to go like your alternate jersey for an alternate options. So you have access to like all their like throwbacks.
That's pretty cool.
So we're going to go with our current home one.
What's your favorite?
My favorite Broncos jersey?
Yeah.
Probably their 90s throwback.
Oh yeah, I could see that. It's great.
Yeah. But I do like their current one. I was very happy when they went back to the orange.
Yeah.
Because they were the blue for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go simulation, time, we're going to go weather, random at 4 p.m. There we go.
Cool. So you get like all these like different elements to.
Yeah, so like, and weather actually does affect the game. So if it's like,
well, of course, yeah.
If it's like raining or snowing, you're more likely to fumble and more likely to drop passes and stuff. And
I wonder if it's always been like that. I'm sure like there was a point where like weather had no effect on it. It was just a cool effect to add.
Yeah. Like, so they do pre-game
EA Sports.
Between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Oh, we got rain.
And still fireworks.
Yeah.
I guess you could have fireworks in the rain. Huh? Harder, probably.
Yeah, so they do the full real rosters and whatnot.
So this is your team?
Yep.
That you made earlier?
Oh no, this is like just the actual real Broncos roster.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like. We won't do that. We'd have to go into franchise mode, but I don't want to have to quit out of the game midway through.
Yeah.
We got like 10, 15 minutes.
So these games only take like
30 minutes. But like I said, I'm gonna quit midway through.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a little offense, a little defense, a little special teams. Wow, that was
that's a good catch.
Bad
kick. You got dick, bro.
I hope we get a big hit during this. I don't think we will, but so you get different plays you can choose from. And I'm gonna go.
Does everybody always play? Like, do you always play as the Broncos? Like, no matter what?
No. I'll mess around with other teams, like because I like certain players or I like certain things their roster has. But I typically do play. Oh,
wow!
Read there on him.
You're getting fucked up, bro. So every time you get tackled, does it switch to the other player, like in a multiplayer mode?
Yeah, so like it switches to whoever's making the tackle.
Okay.
So if you're like on defense, you make a tackle, switch to that person.
So you only play as the offensive?
No, you switch. Like I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Right now you're on offense.
Yeah. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh. Wow, I threw the wrong person, but I got lucky. He dropped the interception. Thank God it's raining. Starters now for the Broncos. Let's focus outside on Demarius. 3 of those players are good, 2 of them are bad.
This guy's been to 5 Pro Bowls. When I think about the evolution of his career from his time.
Is Tom Brady still on the Patriots?
Oh yeah.
Weird. How long do like football players normally last on a football team? What's the oldest you'd say a player would be on there?
40.
40? That's kind of older than I was thinking, even.
Yeah, that's like that's absolute oldest. Like
mid to late 20s, maybe 30s.
So it depends on who they are and like how well they take care of themselves and whatnot. Like the average NFL career is only like 4 years. They make it to like my age, but like because you start when you're 22,
right?
Out of college. Versus, so this is what's like play defense. So. Yeah, we're gonna throw in Shaq Barrett. So this is what it's like from the defensive perspective. So see the first time highlighted, that's when controlling, that's when I'm supposed to cover or be assigned to.
That's just not a flattering angle.
You can change it, but like
there's no point in it. It's better strategy managed, I'm sure.
Yeah, like it's better from the strategy perspective from that angle.
Right.
Because like hold on,
you see more of the field.
You can go there, you can go there. See.
But that doesn't really make sense.
That's the one I like. That's because that's just been football games for an eternity.
Well, also like
you can
could see the whole field. Yeah.
Kind of see where stuff is going.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot.
Oh shit, that's not
good play caller. You've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Thank God it's raining. The rain has saved me twice.
Bad throw.
Yep. It's hard to throw a wet football. I'm not sure if you're aware.
No.
Come on.
So you can control any player when you're in exhibition mode?
Yeah, or in franchise.
It's just the story where
you have to play the dude. Shit.
Whoa, damn. That was kind of cool.
So, and like when you're on a running play, it'll tell you which lane is more likely to be open.
Right.
So this time it's the right side of the field.
Whoa!
Get fucked. Then you do it.
Are you on offense again?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you catch the ball, you're offense?
Yeah, so you typically punt it back, and the reason you do punt it back is so they don't have a good field position.
Right.
Because, like, that football is a battle of field position.
Right.
Because, like, if you have less distance to travel, it's easier to score. Shit.
Whoop.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
So I'm running like a no huddle because like I like the look they're giving me.
Yeah.
So I can keep kind of exploiting it. What real humans will do is like they'll adjust the play to do what I've been to fight what I've been doing.
Right.
But this is a computer, so you know.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So when you're the turn player in a multiplayer local game like this, like, how would that go? How would like selecting the plays go? So that you don't know my play, for example. Would you just like hotkey it to buttons?
Kinda. It's similar to that. Damn it, Royce Freeman.
Did you move up?
I'm very close to 2 yards away.
And they're gonna face a third down.
And we'll try and fake him out. My guy fucking moved, of course.
And we'll hear from our referee for the first time.
God fucking damn it, now I have longer to go. So yeah. Like,
so a penalty would be like getting pushed back yards?
Yeah. So like so it's just like this because you don't know what I'm picking.
Right.
You know it's one of those 3.
Right.
But even then, at the line, I can change it, see?
Yeah.
And I can even change it further, but...
Now, can you, like, customize plays?
Yeah, you can make your own playbook, even.
That's cool.
So if you like, I actually like the Broncos' current playbook, but for a while I was, like, running, like, Colts, Patriots, Steelers.
But you could also, like, just create your own plays.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Fuck!
Fucking
are you serious? Damn it. I shouldn't have got greedy in the raid. Fucking turning the ball over.
This isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here,
so
they better get used to this.
We're probably going to get a quarter done. So, because like all this shit I'm doing, it's like it's changing parts of the play.
Right. These guys are like kind of walloping you right now, huh?
It's an even game, but it's like
it's an even game in terms of points, but it seems like they've got.
Yeah, they've been really stopping my offense, which that's very similar to the real life Broncos. Because the real life Broncos have a really good defense, but they can't score for shit. That's very true.
It's funny to listen to people talk about their football teams because, like, I always hear people talk shit on their own football teams, like, but it's still their team, and I get that that's like their team. That's like the ones you want to win, but not necessarily the best team.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
But if this was like TCG or whatever, or like fighting games, it'd be like, well, they're not the best team anymore. This is the team. This is now my team.
Yeah, like that's definitely a thing with sports teams, and I think that's because your sports team is like ingrained like at a younger age, or it's like
It's kind of like a cultural thing.
Yeah, or it's like where you're from. Like I you know, ooh, good hit, 56. Good job, Ray. But no.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get
first.
Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not
Well, that is an interesting.
Second quarter now. Charles Davis with you.
I don't remember how like the one that I played plays at all. Probably with anything like that.
They haven't changed a whole lot other than like the perspective, and like obviously they look a lot better now.
The engines,
yeah, like physics are way better now, of course.
They can only get better.
Yeah, with shit.
And they will get to this one in
the more we learn about how to program that shit, the better they're gonna get.
Yeah, like this year was the first year that they've had Madden on the PC in like 9 years. I'm really curious to see what that version looks like.
Yeah.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm gonna take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball.
Whoa.
Good job, number 10, Emmanuel Sanders, my boy. Yeah, see, because I saw him one-on-one on the outside, so.
It's hot in here.
It is. Shit.
I feel like looking at the rain is making it hotter. You know what I mean? You got pretty far?
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
So your formations in this game have to be kind of like perfect, huh?
Like you, not so much.
Like when you're drilling plays, I'm sure like the formation is super important, right?
Yeah, because it dictates what the defense needs to have out, and you kind of like try and want to find a mismatch. So like on the right side there, that's a star player on a star player.
Right.
So I'm probably not going to want to throw that way because otherwise bad shit will typically happen. Yeah, see that guy? He kind of fucked up my left tackle. But luckily, Case Keenum has good.
So I've noticed there's not a whole lot of tackling going on from the offense. Is that just a strategy thing, or
no? That's football. Like,
that's the rules.
Yeah, offense can't really.
Did you do it?
Yep,
oh shit!
All right, we scored. We scored! Yay!
6. Is he hurt? Is he okay? He's good. All right. Genuine concern for a computer model.
And then field goal.
You gonna make it?
And Mike Shank to the right.
Whoop! Spaghetti.
So we went 5 plays, 87 yards in 1 minute, 27 seconds. In actual football, that would be fucking crazy. So, another thing, if you don't like playing a certain part of the game, like you don't play offense or defense, you can skip to, like, next possession.
That's cool.
So, like, yeah, see, so we got the ball back. Because the game will simulate, like,
what happened.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you have this roster versus this roster.
It's gotta take a lot to program.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
But they've been making these games for so fucking long, it's like they've got it down to an art.
Yeah, the thing that's, like, impressive to me... Shit.
God damn it.
Wide open, I got hit as I threw. The thing that's impressive to me is, like, they put one out every year.
Right.
And, like, they make...
Well, it's gotta be, like, there's gotta be, like, an assets package, and then, like, the game engine has to be pretty hard to, like, fuck up. Ooh. All right. I think that's good.
Yeah,
we got it.
That's what we want to end on.
Another touchdown. I don't like that camera. That was nauseating.
If you want...
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, if you want, you can, well... Hold on. Yeah, if you want, you can watch replays. See.
Okay. So it's like a fighting game? Except I think like this had it before, huh?
Oh, way before.
You know what games I used to play a lot that are, I guess, technically sports games in a way is like the WWE games.
Oh, those are totally sports games.
SmackDown versus Raw back on the PS2 was like the shit.
Oh, everyone who had
a PS2.
I like how they have a recommended matchup for you now.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. So, like, you can get, like, whatever your real-life matchup is this week. See, so that's who they're playing the week 2 of the actual preseason.
That's pretty cool.
And it'll tell you your current record in the preseason, the real-life team. That's neat. That's a new thing.
The internet's cool.
The internet is terrifying, but awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's my thing with Madden. I typically tell people not to buy every year of it.
Yeah.
What I typically recommend is every other year, unless your team like has a massive overhaul.
Right.
Because then, like, well, the roster's changed a lot. But for most people, I'm like, yeah, every other year. Like last year, because of long shot, because of all this stuff, I was like, fuck yeah, pick up Madden 18. This year, unless you really want to see that story continue, or you're really into like creating a scheme and making a team around it, I'm kind of like,
whatever about it.
Yeah, the engine improvements are not enough to make me be like, fuck yes.
I would say the franchise and the long shot are kind of like the biggest appeal for someone like me who like doesn't like football but is like kind of into the idea of like strategy building, and the story mode it looks neat.
Yeah, like, and I love franchise mode every year. Like, I like the idea of like running my own team and like whatnot. Like,
that's kind of that. I figured that would be the appeal of these games more than anything else, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of people really like Ultimate Team. I don't get it.
What is it?
It's that card game thing.
Oh.
But
I can see why that would be appealing though too.
But like franchise mode, like that's what I always really dug on. Like I like, and like you can choose to be an owner and like choose the concession stand prices and do all the business side of it.
That's so specific.
It's so cool.
That's so in depth.
Alright, well, anyway, guys, we'll be back next week with Warcraft. Bye.
No Octopath.
Sorry, bud. New releases. That's actually 4th on our list.
Octopath?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because we got something else early.
It's okay, I was thinking about buying it, so.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.